Coming to you live from 24th Street in San Francisco, California. Welcome to The Art Show with Sirron, Norris and Brendon, Metcalf.
All right. How is everyone? Welcome to The Art Show. My name is Sirron Norris. Mr. B, how are you doing today? Okay, I continue to still have audio problems, but it's Mercury retrograde, so there's not much we can do. Unfortunately, I can't hear anybody, but that's the way it goes. We've had this problem the whole entire night. We haven't figured it out yet. This is what we're gonna do. Welcome to the show. Let's get this show started. It's great to see everyone. I'm really excited. This is a show where we teach you all about art. Let's start the news. Let's go. News, Roy.
Okay, Gavin Newsom has announced no gas-powered cars will be sold starting 2035. We went out on the streets, we asked Blue Bear what he thought about this, and he said, "What is gasoline?" Okay, face masks. It looks like it's going to continue to be mandatory to wear face masks for the next 6 to 8 months, especially if you're a Republican, because you are ugly and nobody wants to see you. Okay, due to the pandemic, the economy is crashing. Major changes in the rap world. Officially, Lil Yachty is now just a little regular sized Bodie. 2 Chainz is now 1 chain and a ring. And unfortunately, 50 Cent is now 37 cents. Okay, now on to the weather. Unfortunately, our condolences go out to Ratty Neal and his family. His father's in the hospital right now. So today, I'm gonna actually do the weather. Okay, on to me. Okay, currently we are in the Mission District of San Francisco, California. It is 86 degrees outside. It is very hot. Currently what I'm hearing is they are changing the name from global warming to hot as helling. The reason why they're saying that is warming is something that you do to leftovers. Also, they're comparing it to leaving a hot pocket in the oven or microwave for over 30 minutes.
Okay, that was really weird. None of that ended up true, although it was hot today. So
that was impressive. How'd you play?
We are going to move on to, I'd say, an art lesson.
That sounds good.
So. Do an art lesson,
I like
Roy.
it. All right,
here I am. I'm about to do an art lesson, so get a piece of paper and a pencil, and let's do this real quick. You know we try to draw cartoons with a little bit of a message behind it. Mr. B, are you going to draw some cartoons with me?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start out here. I'm going to put my paper in landscape position, okay? I'm going to draw 2 characters. I'm going to kind of change it up. Usually we only draw 1 character, but today, hey, I'm going to go crazy. All right, I'm going to start out with 3/4 perspective head. Okay, I'm going to do 3/4 perspective. I'm probably going to do 3/4 perspective, just probably like straight on. Okay. Now I'm going to draw in pencil, and then I'm going to try to make it a little bit neater at the end. Okay. Now I don't really need a neck because this head is kind of going over top of my chest, so I'm just going to draw my chest right here. We're kind of looking down on this character a little bit. I'm going to kind of draw the middle waist of my character right here. Okay. Maybe give him a little 6-pack action going on right there. Okay, kind of a little bit of a comic pose. We're going to kind of create a little bit of action. You know, it's drawing, so it's not animation. So you kind of have to just imply it and let everybody else kind of fill in the gaps. All you can do is just imply the action. I'm gonna go ahead and do a shoulder here. Okay, I'm gonna do a shoulder muscle here. I'm gonna do a bicep right here. And I'm gonna do a forearm. So this is gonna be the arm that's kind of tucked in a little bit, okay? All right, I'm gonna draw a nice rectangle here, or like kind of a square, but kind of a little tilted, okay? Let's start out real quick, just so we're not confused. Hands, every time, we always talk about hands. Hands are super hard. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thumb in here, okay? I'm gonna inset it a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? So now we got 1, 2, 3. That's all we need. 1, 2, 3. And then we actually have the smaller finger right here at the end. So if we can kind of come here and get that grip here, maybe bust a little knuckle action right here. Boom. Okay, we're good. All right. I'm gonna do this last arm here. I'm gonna kind of put my shoulder muscle up here. I'm gonna go straight to my upper arm. I'm gonna get my triceps in here, my elbow, and then let's go straight to my hand. Now, I want this to be a little forced perspective. I want this to be big, okay? I want this fool to know that he just got hit. I want the audience to know that he just got hit. Okay, let's go. I got my square right here. We need it tilted so it goes with you know, kind of the action. I'm gonna start out with the thumb. Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna go kind of at an angle. And then I'm gonna kind of curve down because you're kind of seeing the whole hand right here, okay? You're kind of seeing the hands, the fingers as they bend, okay? And then of course, that last finger on the inside is always gonna be the small one. So as long as it's a little small, tucked in there, you're good, okay? Now, boom, we got a little punch right here. Let's get a little action going here. Let's get a little action lines, okay? Now, let's draw the dude that just got punched out. Okay, I'm gonna do a hand right here. Okay, I'm just going to, or I mean a head actually. I'm gonna do 3/4 perspective, but I'm gonna do 3/4 perspective up. So I'm gonna take my eye line, I'm gonna put my eye line right about here. Now, I want this dude to just get smacked. This dude's like, just got smacked, and so you're actually seeing him fall. Remember, you're kind of looking down on him. So let's kind of create his chest right here, or the shoulders basically, a little bit of his chest, more of his shoulders. You're seeing like kind of a top-down view. You're gonna be, all this shoulder's probably gonna be obstructed by his head. So you're probably just gonna see a little bit of his hands. I'm gonna put just a little outfit on him. So you're just gonna see a little bit of his arm, a little bit of his hand. I'm gonna go square, again, on this little angle. I'm gonna go thumb. That's the thing, we've been doing the thumb. The thumb kind of looks like Charlie Brown when he dressed up as that Halloween costume. Let's go middle. Let's go up. Let's do our middle finger because this is gonna be the biggest one. So then after that, it's all easy because you know that one's not gonna be as big as that one. And then this one is not gonna be as big as this one. And then of course, like we know this one is gonna be the smaller one. I very rarely, Mr. B, have you ever seen me draw a 5-finger person?
Never. The whole time that I've
No,
worked with you.
I'm usually drawing, I'm down with the 3 fingers just because my cartoons aren't that serious, but I don't know. You know, I think that it's serious times. So it's 5-finger time. I'm gonna go ahead and do the shoulders here. I'm gonna do my shoulder muscle. I'm gonna come down. Now the cool thing about this is I wanna overlap. I wanna overlap over top of this character. So I'm gonna bring my arm out here, okay? I'm gonna bring my hand up. I'm just gonna do a nice rectangle to start out with. Let's get our thumb. And then again, let's start out with our middle finger. Let's bend it. That's gonna be our longest. The other one might get hidden up there a little bit. The other might be overlapping, and then we of course got a small one right there. Okay. All right, let's trick these dudes out. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the Sharpie here, and then let's kind of turn this into a cartoon right here, okay? I got this dude right here. I'm gonna go, hey, Roy, can I have some music? Would you mind? I'm going to go ahead. We need some music for this little section right here. Of course, there could be music and I couldn't hear it because I can't really hear my audio right now. I'm going to go. So if it is going on, thanks, Roy. Okay. I'm going to continue to do this dude here. I'm going to do this mouth kind of off to the side here. Add a little bit of energy to it. I'm going to kind of get my ears in here. I'm going to kind of get a little afro on this dude here. I'm always jealous of people that have hair because I have none. I'm going to kind of finish this head up here. I'm going to just give this to the t-shirt. He's actually been working out, so he's going to want to kind of just show progress that he's been making. So I'm going to go and kind of finish this. We're kind of keeping this up too, so this is like an opportunity where you can kind of just make things a little bit better, or fix mistakes, or just kind of outline, think about things for a second time. I'm going to go, okay? All right. I'm going to finish this last hand up here. Boy puts it on me for the sound effect. Nice. Okay. All right, I'm going to do the last thumb right there. Let's finish this up. Okay, I'm going to do his arms right here. I'm going to finish up. This guy's got some kind of maybe bathrobe on or something like that. Let's see if we can kind of figure that out. Okay, let me get my fingers in here. All this information is already here. We already know because we drew the pencil. So that's why it's great to ink, because when you ink, you get that opportunity to, refine and make things have a little bit more weight to them and, kind of increase the action. I got 3/4 perspective right here. Okay, I'm going to kind of create my eyes right here. One eye big, one eye is, of course, closer to us than the other. Okay, and let's finish this off right here. Let me create a chin, and then maybe finish up the shirt right here. And let's just do it like that. Okay, awesome. Fight scene. Art lessons done. Thank you. Let's go. Oh, Roy, that's awesome. Nice job. Wow. Yours is a lot better than mine.
No.
Nice. Okay. That was super fun. This is what I'm interested in doing right now. I feel like I feel like it's time for our special guest. Mr. B, could you tell us the audience a little bit about our special guest?
Her name is Jackie Fielder. She's running for the 11th district in San Francisco. We're really excited to have her on this evening to ask her a couple of questions. And just for her time too, we're really appreciative of that too.
Right on, right on. Listen, everyone, I want to tell you something. San Francisco is really important to me. Everything that I do in my life is really kind of dedicated to San Francisco. If I didn't have San Francisco, I'd be nothing. That being said, I've been here for so long that I have this idealistic view of San Francisco, and I feel like it has a responsibility to the world. It has a responsibility in the world to be a leader in everything in terms of gay rights, blah, 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 environment, everything that is important to this world that people are trying to take away. San Francisco is the leader in change and moving things progressive. So listen, I am really crazy about people that have really progressive views and that are into democratic socialism. And Jackie is one of those people that I feel can take our city to be a leader and to teach lessons to the rest of the United States. So is Jackie ready to be on? I'd love to ask her questions right now. Is that a thing?
I think we're still hammering out a few details, but in the meantime, do you want to give some information about some voting that we can give our viewers?
I have a better information about voting. Let's actually literally vote right now. Let's go.
I like it. Oh, Sirron, actually, I think she's here with us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let me vote after I hear what she has to say. I could maybe be could be persuaded against it, but I don't think so. Let's just do it after.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, Jackie.
I really appreciate it. No one really watches our show except for my parents, and like the bar is really low. All I have to do is make sure I don't swear. But listen, you also have a responsibility to help me out and help if anybody else is watching to like kind of simplify your views and the kind of candidate that you are, because you are kind of really kind of focused on the future politically, and especially in San Francisco. And so I'd love for my parents who live in Phoenix, Arizona, and my sisters that live in Ohio, I would love them to understand your political philosophy and just what makes you you and how you're going to take our city forward. So Mr. B, do you have questions for her?
I absolutely do. Well, first and foremost, Jackie, how are you today?
I'm good. We have 3 weeks until voting ends, and so we're just trying to reach people, especially in this pandemic. It's been difficult, but we're trying our best.
I feel that. Well, thank you again just for all the work you've done so far. And so the first question, if you don't mind me asking too, could you help our audience understand the difference between socialism and democratic socialism?
Yeah, so for people watching, I'm Jackie. I'm running for state senate here in District 11, which is all of San Francisco, Daly City, Como, and parts of South San Francisco. I'm running as an open Democratic Socialist. I'm a member of the Democratic Socialists of America, and I actually joined because I was organizing an opposition campaign to this dangerous use of force policy in 2018. The San Francisco Police Officers Association was trying to ram through and usurp the power of the police commission here to write their own use of force policy on tasers. And we were outspent 5-1 in this campaign, but we got organized, we built a broad coalition, and we won. So that was actually my introduction to the Democratic Socialists of America. And there's a lot of spectrum between members of the Democratic Socialists of America, and I can't speak for everyone. But for me, I want to make sure that we have a society where everyone has universal right to healthcare, housing, education, clean air, clean water, fresh food, all the stuff that we need to survive in this modern age.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. And then if you don't mind elaborating a little bit more for our viewers, the difference between communism and socialism.
Communism has to do with the ownership of capital and pretty much everything by the state, and socialism is more of a cooperation among workers and the ownership of capital and the means of production by workers.
I like it. Thank you so much. And also, why do you feel that it's important for San Francisco to be represented by progressives' ideals?
Well, as San Francisco goes, so goes California, and so goes the nation. We've produced a lot of political leaders in the Democratic Party, especially, and I'm also running as a Democrat. And I think that it's really, we're out of time, whether it's for climate change, homelessness, affordable housing, tenants' rights issues, especially in this pandemic. There are people facing levels of discrimination we haven't been able to see since the Great Depression. And so we need leaders who are not afraid to stand up to corporate interests and make sure that the wealthiest interests in our state pay their fair share so that everyone, not just the wealthy, can survive and thrive.
Amen. And also, the last question we have for you this evening is, as a woman of color, can you explain how you represent San Francisco differently than Scott Weiner?
Yeah, my opponent is Scott Weiner. He is twice my age, a white gay man, and I am indigenous, Latina, queer. I'm a renter. I'm born and raised working class. And so we've actually never had a woman of color represent us in the state senate. If elected, I'd be the first, and I'd be the first indigenous woman. It's not just about, identity, it's about the experiences and how we, push for bolder changes that more marginalized people have been needing. Trans people, people who are in crowded housing right now, forced to work essential jobs, who are disproportionately contracting coronavirus as a result, and those largely also fall along racial lines. And so we need someone with a lens of equity. Running for state senate was not in my, I could never have imagined doing this at this point, but this particular state senator has been on the wrong side of police, of issues of homelessness and criminalizing poverty, on housing and doing a lot of the bidding of the real estate lobby and doing the bare minimum by renters, which is a disservice to this district that is largely renters and working class homeowners. And so I wanted to give people a different choice, a different option for November of 2020, and look to my left and right, and no one was running, so I decided to do it myself.
I like that. Be the change you want to see. I like that a lot.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your passion and all the dedication. I've been following you ever since, and we got to do T-shirts together, and I've been trying to support you as much as possible. I saw you 1 second, and then all this went down. I saw you on the street, like trying to primary action or whatever. But I appreciate everything. Thank you so much. Good luck. I'm gonna try to vote for you right after this. I don't want to take any more of your time, but thank you so much. Good luck and stay safe. And I'm rooting for you. I think a lot of people are actually.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time,
good
too.
luck.
You can go to my website, JackieForSenate.com, to learn more. JackieFor Senate.com. Thank you.
I'm so very sorry, Jackie. Thank you again for your time. Do you have any last second advice for any of our viewers who are voting? Any voting advice for them?
Put that up, Roy. Can you put that URL up, Roy?
Consult the League of Pissed Off Voters. Look at what contributions your candidates of choice are accepting. I'm 100% independent of corporate and real estate interests and law enforcement unions, and I always will be.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I know times are very difficult right now, but we really appreciate you coming through and spending this time with us.
Take care.
So much. Really appreciate it. Okay. Wow. This was the political edition, that's for sure. I'm going to vote right now, but I guess we did have plans to do a Halloween, but I was just doing commissions back to back. We've just been nonstop busy, and then I'm about to leave to Walnut Creek. Tomorrow, I'll be there at noon. We'll be at Walnut Creek for at least a week. Downtown Walnut Creek, we're going to paint a big mural. I'll try to make a video about that and put that on our next show. Mr. B, are you going to be helping me out with that mural?
I have to talk to the powers that be, but there's nothing more I'd like to have than be a part of it. So, but I'll see if I can post some
okay. Well, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. Other than that, let me vote real quick. I have not changed my mind on Jackie. Obviously, that was amazing to hear and very inspiring. Please let me vote for her right now. And I actually can kind of explain to you, everybody, how to do it. Maybe some people could find this task difficult, and so I'm here for you. All this stuff right now is important to vote for, but I'm not really interested in it right now. What is this here? Oh no, none of this stuff is really important right now. That's going to take up too much of our time. This is important right here. Let's see. There we go. Right in the beginning, right in the front, where it should be. Okay. Scott Wiener. So great that Mr. B messed up his name. Okay, now what I'm told in reading these directions is that you have to mark in this circle right here. I'm tempted to do 2 and then another nose and draw a bear, but I won't. Okay, democracy at work. Okay, thank you so much. Probably the first time anybody's ever voted on YouTube. That's probably a lie. Okay. Camera 1, if you don't mind. Okay. Roy, camera 1, if you don't mind. He's not around. Okay.
Hey.
Roy, he's been working hard. So we just got to cut him some slack. Okay. What is that? It? I think that's it.
That's the show. It's a wrap. Is there anything you want to touch on? Anything you want to say to our viewers before we head out?
No. Other than my viewers, my mom and dad. I love you guys. Thank you so much. My dad just had a big birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday.
And
Also,
I need everybody to vote, and you really need to vote for everybody Democrat. Blue Bear, do we vote for Republicans?
Oh.
No.
Also, sorry, do you want to touch on the Halloween event we have going on?
That we vote Democrat. And for Jackie Fielder, if you live in San Francisco, which, you know, people are leaving in droves, but, you know, that's just going to make it back to its original form. That's how that happens. Okay, Mr. B, I want you to stay safe. It's great to hang out with you again. This was the last week of our summer camp. Is Annabelle around? Let's bring Annabelle in here real quick.
Ooh.
Hey, Annabelle. Annabelle, I need you to help me out with the credits. First thing is writer of the show, Ricky Scolari. I don't know. I thought he did a good job. If anybody put a smile on her face,
great jokes. I laughed. Did you guys laugh?
Then that's Ricky Scolari. That's
Thank
Ricky
you,
Scolari.
Rachel.
Happy birthday, Dad. I want to thank Nino. Again, you know, I've been teaching that kid since he was 7 years old, and we made videos. We made me fly down the center of Mission Street. I continue to have fun with that kid. We just make videos and just have fun.
Nino did the news. Nino helped with the intro. Big thanks. Big ups to Nino.
Yeah, Nino's on all our video. Who else, Annabelle? Who else do I need to thank?
Roy.
Thank you for
Roy
doing
is
this,
on the
Annabelle.
back end. Oh, yeah. Roy.
Roy.
Roy!
Roy.
Roy.
Come on.
Thank you, Roy.
No,
Hey,
no.
Roy, can I get a siren? I can't hear it, but if it happens.
Hey, we got it.
Right on. Okay. Other than that, thank you, everyone. Happy Halloween. I guess they just had a costume Halloween party in the White House. Donald Trump got super upset because he dressed as Kim Jong-un and nobody noticed. Okay. Listen, it was that bad. I got another one. I'm going to leave you with one more joke. Ricky Scolari wrote this one. How many bears, blue bears specifically, does it take to put in a light bulb?
How many?
2. Barely. Okay, let's get out of here.
Oh, he's funny.
Let's get out of here.
Thank you again, guys.
Stay safe.
See you later.
Bye-bye.